Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and welcome into all the newcomers. We got a new video for you and a new game that we're going to be headed into. We are headed into the Crew Motorfest. That means we are headed to Hawaii, and more specifically the island of Oahu. I have been into racing games ever since I was a kid, mainly the Need for Speed, so it's gonna be kind of cool switching over to something a little bit different. I did get my feet wet by going ahead and jumping into the Crew 2. Although Motorfest will not be anything like the Crew 2, I felt like I should just go ahead and get kind of a feeling for the playlist style of racing. It looks like they've made a lot of changes between the Crew 2 and Motorfest. I wasn't able to take part in the beta. I just didn't know it was even going on. But we are going to be able to get some early access and to check this game out. After taking a look at everyone that did get to check out the beta, it looks really good, and all the cars in here is just massive. There is so much, and I'm hearing you're actually going to be able to import your cars from the Crew 2. So that's going to be kind of a neat feature when they roll this out. From the trailers, it does sound like we're going to get about 3 different biomes. We have, beaches, of course, it is Hawaii, but we're also going to get to mess around in the rainforests, and then also on the volcanic side of the mountain. So I'm guessing a more rocky terrain and stuff like that. And from what I'm gathering, it looks like there's going to be 5 main playlists. It's going to be the Made in Japan, the Vintage Garage, the Porsche 911 Story, the Electric Odyssey, and then the Hawaii Scenic playlist. The Made in Japan playlist is pretty self-explanatory. You're going to have like neon streets and mainly the downtown areas. You're going to be using a lot of the street cars like the Nissan Skyline, the Lancer, and then the RX-7. In the Vintage Garage playlist, you're actually going to be playing from the 50s all the way to the 90s, and you're going to have cars like the 21 window bus, the Fair Lady, and then the Ferrari F40. One thing I think is really cool about this in particular playlist is it looks like it's actually going to take your map away, and you're actually going to have to use pictures of like just markers around the world to be able to find your way to the finish line. Then onto the Porsche playlist, you're going to get a bunch of different varieties of the 911 with a different style of racing as well. It looks like you're going to have rally, street, and a hypercar race in that playlist. The electric cars are mainly, going to be kind of like the track supercars. The Taycan is going to be in here. There's just a Lamborghini and a Lotus as well. And you're going to have some pretty quick, basically just all electric cars. Well, maybe they won't be all electric. If there's like an F1 race in here, that'd be kind of cool. And, they're not all electric. So maybe not all electric, my bad. Then for the Hawaii Scenic playlist, you're going to be checking out a lot of the inner island, all the viewpoints, all the natural beauty of the island, and that's basically what these races are gonna take you through. In this playlist, we'll have cars like the Type R, the Challenger, and other street cars like a Mustang, and then you'll actually have the Corsair as well, which is a plane. After completing all the events in each playlist, you're gonna unlock a very particular car. It's kind of like a special edition car, and then other challenges that are probably pretty close to in line with what you were doing to kind of just challenge you even further. Now, on top of those playlists, you're actually gonna have a few other different areas to mess around. It sounds like there's gonna be a drag racing track, I'm guessing for like multiplayer, or maybe even just a single player option where you can test out your drag builds. There is going to be a drifting circuit and an off-road area, kind of just mob around and have some fun. And again, I'm not too familiar with this game, but it's pretty cool that they're gonna have a customization contest as well, and then like weekly and monthly challenges for you to complete. On top of all that, and I'm kind of thinking is more like the cherry, is this photo challenge. I mean, they make it look really cool, and if we can capture some of these pictures, it is gonna make for some rad thumbnails. The only thing that really set me off was that seamless transition from the ATV into a boat. It seems really gamey to do that, especially in like a race. There's no way that's ever going to be possible. So it just kind of sets me out of it. It's not really hitting that Forza realism for me, but this game is not Forza. And that's one of the things I like, and I think a lot of people are liking as well, because it looks really good and it has amazing detail. The engine sounds, the tires going over the water, all that sounds really good and it looks really good. And then you have kind of a gamey style feeling to it without the point and shoot with your acceleration as it was in the Crew 2. This is gonna be more stick related. You're really gonna have to work to keep that grip and to make sure you're driving on a good line. Looks like there's gonna be over 600 cars, and like I was saying, you are gonna be able to carry over your garage, so that's a really neat thing for people that have played the Crew 2 to be able to experience and kind of get a jump on the next title. Because while you might not be able to use those in a particular race because you are set to a certain vehicle, you will be able to go ahead and cruise around the island in a supercar and show off what you've already done, which I think is huge for people that have really put some time into these. The customization looks really good. I cannot wait to get in there and start messing around and see what kind of body kits I like, and grills and headlights, because they got it all. There's so much that you're gonna be able to customize in here that it could get a little overwhelming, but like most car games, you just kind of stick to whatever you like. You don't have to get all too busy with the decals and all that. Keep it classy if you need to. This title is slated to come out on September 14th. If you have the standard edition. Now we're going to go through what each edition actually brings to the table. So for the standard edition, obviously you're just going to get the game and get to play on the release date of September 14th. But if you step it up to the gold edition, you will get 3 days of early access and 1 year's pass, which actually allows you 2 cars unlocked every month. So that's another 24 cars overall. So for the ultimate edition, you are going to get the 3 days of early access, the 1 year pass, but you are also going to get the fitted ultimate pack, which comes with a custom Porsche 718 Spider and a Honda Type R. And I said that you'd get 24 cars, but it's actually 25 cars because there's 3 that are going to be available at release day. If you pre-purchase the game, then you're also going to get the Liberty Walk pack, which also gives you the Liberty Walk Toyota Supra. It's a 2021. It's not my car in particular. I really liked it during the Pro Street days of Need for Speed. It was a really good drag car. But with that, you'll also get the Underglow and special tires from Liberty Walk, and that's only with the pre-purchase. If you were curious about pricing, it is going to be $59.99 to $69.99 depending on how you purchase it. For the standard edition, it's going to be $99.99 for the gold edition, and then it is going to be $119.99 for the ultimate edition. Over the next 30 to 45 days, we are going to be streaming and making videos on this game. We're probably going to just cover all the different playlists, maybe just a few races out of each. I don't really want to cover every single thing and spoil it for you. I will definitely be showing off any unique things that I find or any special racing points that happen during that time. One of the main reasons I'm even checking out this title is because we have partnered with Ubisoft, and they have been grateful enough to give us the chance to play this game even earlier. So definitely stick around and consider subscribing if you like to see race style type of content, custom builds, and just kind of getting an edge on the competition, because we're definitely going to be covering any type of quick build setups, anything like that that we actually end up finding. And of course, I will show off a couple of the podiums I get. So stick around and check that kind of stuff out. I would definitely appreciate the support in venturing out into a new genre. in content creating, and it's just a new type of game that I wanted to share with you all. I am super grateful for the opportunity to check this title out and really jump back into the driver's seat and get behind a powerful car, or I guess in this case a seaplane or an ATV or even an enclosed boat that's super quick. I mean, this title has it all. Anyways, thank you for checking out the video, and as always from this channel, have a good day.